What's up, y'all? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he, just taking some time to tell you what's on my mind. First and foremost, I want to say what's up to all of the new subscribers. I signed on the other day to my YouTube account and I couldn't believe what I saw. My subscriber count must have went up by something like 100 points. I was like, oh shit. Listen, I just want to thank you guys. I want to thank you for all of your input. I want to thank you for all of your likes and your subscriptions and your comments, especially your comments. I'm getting a kick out of all the comments and all the feedback that you guys have been giving me, especially for that last video that I did, the little rant that I did against Jar Jar Abrams. You know, just rock on, y'all. I mean, y'all got my back, and I really do appreciate that. Some of them really... Yo, y'all are just cracking me up, so thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. And I want to talk about a couple of things here. But just before I turned on the camera, I just happened to look at my phone and I saw this this article that I just want to share with you guys real quick. It's not a big deal. It's not very big. But anyway, it's saying, I guess it's from Entertainment Weekly. And it's saying, first look at deleted scenes for Star Wars The Last Jedi. Now, as we all know, that movie is one big fucking deleted scene. Or it should have been. The whole movie needs to be deleted. Delete the whole fucking movie. How's that? That's a good suggestion, right? But anyway, The Last Jedi still has some things left to reveal to Star Wars fans. That just sends chills up and down my spine. There will be 14 deleted scenes released as part of the home entertainment rollout for the film. Some of them curiosities, others adding new layers to the characters and their motivations. Wow, is that true? That would actually be in a deleted scene? Layers and motivations for the characters? Isn't that something that should have been on the screen? Because it sure wasn't. Let's see here. EW has an exclusive preview of that footage, as well as an interview with writer, director, piece of shit, Rian Johnson, in advance of the film's download release on March 13th. See, now this is where they fucked up. Now see here, this is how I end up ranting, alright? Because they're releasing this monstrosity on March 13th, which happens to be my birthday. Listen, I reject that bullshit, man. It's like, don't be releasing garbage on my birthday. My birthday is supposed to be full of goodness, of coolness, you know what I mean? Of chillness. But you want my birthday to be the date that you put out your big, slimy cock snot of a movie? Alright, so anyway, it's going to be on March 13th. And on March 27th, it gets a Blu-ray debut. And Rian Johnson goes on to say, I love each of these scenes individually. I mean, every single one of them was not cut because it didn't work. It was cut because the movie as a whole was better without it, Johnson tells us. So with each of them, it's that strange combination where it feels awful to cut it, but it feels good to cut it because suddenly the pacing of a section of the movie feels much better, or suddenly the film is cleaner or clearer in many different ways. We'll also explore that mysterious third lesson Luke never got to deliver to Rey. Who cares? Here's a rundown of 5 of the deleted scenes. Number 1, BB-8 reveals Rey's goodbye. Number 2, Rey and the Raiders of the Caretaker Village. Number 3, Luke in mourning. Not Luke in the morning. Luke in mourning, like he's mourning something. Hopefully, maybe he's mourning Han, because nobody else did. After Han got thrown down a shaft, we pretty much fucking forgot about him. That's how you treat an iconic character. You run him through the gut, and then you throw him down in a shaft. And nobody recovers the body, he doesn't get a funeral, nothing. So, there's that. Luke in mourning. Number 4, the Supremacy Infiltration. Number 5, a different Phasma showdown. Oh, joy. All right, so anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there, guys. That's one part of what I wanted to talk about here. If anybody fucking cares, the Last Jedi will be released on home entertainment on my birthday. You know, these people are they're seriously trying to hurt me at this point. It's like Boy George, do you really want to hurt me? Are you gonna make me watch that damn DVD? All right. So anyway, okay, there's that, okay? And then one of the cool things about the comments, you know, that I was reading is that on the last one, I was talking about female leads because, you know, Jar Jar Abrams said that Star Wars fans have a problem where we're threatened with women. All right, so on the last video that I did, or one of the last videos I did, I talked about some of the female leads over the years that we didn't really mind being female leads. I mean, that's not the problem that we have. And I tried to give examples, and they were kind of lame, okay? I gave an example of, I believe, Wonder Woman, Leia, which was cool, and then I did Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. Now, that was the lame one, all right? And I apologize for that because a lot of you came on and you gave me much, much better suggestions. All right, so actually I came up with a few more of my own, including the ones that you guys suggested to me. So I just want to run down the list of just some of the female lead action stars that you might find not only in the movies, but on TV too, that over the years I've appreciated, okay? Okay, so here's a little crazy little list that I wrote down, all right, with some names on it. Okay, so I said, remember Clarice from Silence of the Lambs, all right, played by Jodie Foster. There was Clarice. Hello, Clarice. We all followed her through all of the winding roads and all of the creepiness and all that stuff, and we rooted for her. We cared about her. And Clarice Starling, I believe her name was. All right, loved her. Loved her in Silence of the Lambs. Iconic character, classic. I think she got an Oscar for that too, Jodie Foster. All right, so yes, there's Clarice. And I said the bride from Kill Bill, as played by Uma Thurman. The Bride. Talk about kick ass, man. It's like this woman in, I think it was Volume 1, took on the crazy 88, right? That's what their name was, right? It was 88 martial arts artists. And this chick took on all of them, and it was shot in a way that made you almost believe that it was possible that she could have pulled it off. And not only did she beat the fuck out of them, but then she took on the bosses afterwards, which included Lucy Liu. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, she got down, boy. And she did it through 2 movies, non-stop fucking kick-ass. And we loved it. Bloody as hell. Brutal as hell. And she took a lot of lumps. But she got through it. And once again, we rooted for her because we understood exactly where she came from. You know, she was left for dead. Her baby was taken away from her. And, man, she was out for revenge. And she would not be denied. Uma Thurman did a freaking incredible job. All right, so there's the bride. All right, moving on. Celine from the Underworld series, played by Kate Beckinsale. I have to put her on the list because damn, she looked good in that leather outfit, didn't she? Celine from the Underworld series. She was also very kick-ass in that movie and quite believable. You know, and damn, she was just sexy as hell, man. Even when she was busting ass, she was sexy as hell. And she did that through, I think, 3 movies, right? I know, you know, some of you will correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so there's that. Kate Beckinsale as Celine. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. One of you reminded me about her. And, you know, the funny thing about Buffy is that, and I'm going to lose some points here, but I have to admit, I never really watched that series. And I have it on DVD. You know, but the thing about it is that my brother, you know, who passed away years ago, you know, rest in peace, Tommy, I love you so much, will always love you. He was very big on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Actually, that's why I have it on DVD, because it's one of the things that I took out of his apartment, you know, after he passed away when I was cleaning the place out, because he always wanted me to watch it so he could discuss it with me, and for some reason I never did. You know what I mean? I would love to watch it, you know, for him, you know, and I have to make time to do that. But Buffy the Vampire Slayer is on the list. And I know that she was a kick-ass character because a lot of people talked about her. My sister also, she used to watch it. So shout out to my sister. Love you too, girl. And, okay, we got Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. Now you have Gal Gadot. Is that how you pronounce it? Gal Gadot, who's currently, like, really doing it big time in the movies. And you have the classic Wonder Woman TV show starring the beautiful Linda Carter. And, Linda Carter, to me, was Wonder Woman for her day, you know, for her time. And, you know, you just loved it. You know, Wonder Woman, all the world is waiting for you. And the magic you possess, I think it went. So, yeah, she was good, man. And she was freaking stunning as hell, man. Whether she was playing Wonder Woman or Diana Prince, Linda Carter was just, man, she didn't have no ass, but she was just beautiful, man. She was a perfect 10, still. All right, and Gal Gadot, like I said, shout out to her. She's probably the best thing that the DC universe has going in the movies right now. So Wonder Woman, there you go. Everyone loves that. And then we have our very own Princess Leia. Okay, no matter what Jar Jar Abrams says, we will always love Princess Leia. All right, we loved her from the very first time we saw her when she said, "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope." To the time when she first met Luke, aren't you short for a stormtrooper? You know, to when she put on that damn outfit in Return of the Jedi and she choked the life out of Jabba the Hutt. It's like a lot of people forget that. It was Leia who killed Jabba the Hutt. All right, she was badass, man, and everybody loved her. So I don't even know why. As a matter of fact, Jar Jar Abrams bringing her up, it just proved our point, not his point, because we all love Princess Leia, and we always will. Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. You deserve so much better than what you got in that last film. It's like they had the nerve to say, we gave her a nice send-off. No, the fuck you didn't. She deserves so much better. She's an iconic character, an iconic actress, and we will worship her on the screen for all time. In the original trilogy. Fucker. Alright, so now we have the Bionic Woman. How many people remember the Bionic Woman? Jamie Summers. We had the $6 Million Man, Steve Austin, and then we had the Bionic Woman. You know, and there was the Bionic Woman. She was doing her thing for a while on TV. Very, very popular show. Showing how old I am, but, you know, what am I? Look, I can't pretend, okay? My brother's old. Y'all see the gray hairs. Alright, so, yes, there's the Bionic Woman. Moving right along. Captain Janeway on Voyager. Alright, she was the first woman captain to headline a Star Trek show, I think. Alright, and I liked her. From the minute I saw her, I liked her. She almost had a confident smile that reminded me of James T. Kirk. Like, I really felt like she was capable, you know, and she was. You know, she was very capable. She was very much in charge. And she earns her place on this list, I think, you know, of characters that we got behind, even though, you know, and no one cared that she was a woman, all right? And then I also put, fellas, feel me on this, 7 of 9, okay? I put her on the list, 7 of 9. Woo! Oh my God, that costume, that outfit. Jerry Ryan, right? Is that who it was? I want to say Jerry Ryan. All right, but damn it, she was sexy. Oh, all right, so she's on the list. Listen, I don't want to be mistaken as being sexist here. All right, so 7 of 9. Yes, she was sexy, but she was also a very capable officer, very knowledgeable, and she is to be admired for overcoming her Borg programming. Moving right along. Michonne from The Walking Dead. Michonne. Badass. Never looked so good. That dark chocolate freaking killing machine. Michonne. The only problem I have with Michonne is that the actress Denai Guerrera is wearing a clear wig. And I'm not a fan of that kind of thing. But I understand that that's what she looks like in the graphic novel, so that's the way the character has to be portrayed on screen. But Michonne, what she brings to the screen, she's sensitive, She's funny, she can be silly, and man, when it's time to go to work, damn it, she goes to work with that sword of hers. Yeah, Michonne, she needs to be on this list. All right, so big shout out to Michonne. Let's see, who else do I have here? Agent Scully, all right, of X-Files fame. Agent Scully. Love Agent Scully. She was kick-ass. Mulder, you know, could not have a better partner who was backing him up. I can't even tell you how many times Dana Scully saved his ass throughout the course of the series. Now, I think that the X-Files is actually back on this season, isn't it? I haven't seen one episode, which is a shame because I'm a very big X-Files fan. It's just I don't know when it comes on. So I have to set the DVR, but I got to go looking for it and stuff, and I just haven't had time to do it. But I'm pretty sure that it's good. I don't know. You guys can let me know, whoever out there might watch the X-Files and the reboot that's currently on. But Agent Scully, love you. Love you. If I could catch you at one of these conventions, I would love to get your autograph. All right? And the dogs upstairs are going freaking crazy. They must love Agent Scully too. Have fun. Have fun. Because I'm going to be calling management in the morning. Get your asses thrown out. All right, let's see. Who else do we have here? Also, from The Walking Dead, Carol. I love Carol. Carol on The Walking Dead, I have nicknamed her the Angel of Death because Carol is good at what she does. She's the most efficient fighter that is in the zombie apocalypse. Carol just... you don't want to fuck with her. It's like, and it's funny because when she first started off on the show, she was an abused wife. Her husband was kicking her ass, and then her husband got killed, and then her daughter got killed, which to me was like the big turning point of the show. That was a huge, big scene, you know, a reveal when she found out that her daughter was dead. If you watch this again, like on, you know, binge watching it, I don't know, spoiler alert, whatever the fuck. But anyway, so we got Carol. All right, who else do I have on this list? Oh, check it out. Believe it or not, I put Marion from Raiders of the Lost Ark on this list. Marion. I don't know why. I have a soft spot for Marion. I love her in Raiders of the Lost Ark. I felt like she was probably Indy's best girl. You know, over the years, you know, you saw him with a few different girls, you know, in the Indiana Jones series. But I always felt like the love of his life was Marion. If it's one thing that crazy movie... what was it, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull or whatever it was? If it's one thing that movie did right, it was bringing back Marion. You know, I thought that was a really, really nice touch because that's who I always felt he should have been with. All right, so Marion's on the list. All right, and let's see, who else do I have here? Oh, from Game of Thrones, Khaleesi. All right, we have Daenerys Targaryen. Wow. There's a lot of things I could say about her, and I think when we were introduced to her first, she was getting disrobed, and let me tell you something. From the moment she had her first nude scene, I knew that I was going to love Daenerys, and you know, the funny thing about her too is that, seriously, she could actually be considered a Mary Sue character, because throughout the course of history in Game of Thrones, nothing's really happened to her. We're talking about a woman who walked through fire and didn't get burned. She's the mother of dragons. Nothing's ever really touched her, you know, except Jon Snow and Lord Drago. But, you know, she's a great character, you know, and it's funny because even being a Mary Sue, she's still fun. You know, she's still an engaging character. Probably because she has a little bit more backstory, like we understand what's motivating her, in contrast to Rey, for example. Rey, she's just a nobody, and we talked about that before. She's a nobody who came from nowhere, who has no clear motivation. At least with Daenerys, she does have a motivation. She's trying to reclaim the throne of her family, you know, so she fights that way, and she fights for that. So that's a good thing, you know. So Daenerys, I put her on this list. She is a strong female lead in an ensemble that we root for. All right, moving on. Finally, and you know, this is just like a few. Like I said before, there's many, many more. But I just wanted to name a few because I forgot to do that in the last video. But of course, everyone is reminding me about Ripley from the Alien saga. Ripley. Now, if my mom had known that I forgot Ripley, she'd probably smack me upside my head, because Ripley is one of her favorite characters. My mom is, even though she would hate to admit it, she's a sci-fi geek, much like myself, I suppose. I guess I could be called a geek, but anyway, my mom routinely quotes lines from the Aliens movie. Alright, so Ripley, man, I tell you, that scene where she's on the lift and she's going up and she's getting ready to go save Newt, and she's putting on her, you know, all of her gear, ready to go to war, man. If that don't get your heart pumping, I'm sorry, you're dead. Alright, so she's on the lift, and remember when she finally faces down the mother alien, the big boss bitch, she says, "Get your hands off her, you bitch." You know what I mean? It's like, come on. Ain't no better. Ain't no better. You know, Ripley, she's the queen. But I do want to give honorable mention also to Sarah Connor. Did I forget Sarah Connor? I think I forgot Sarah Connor. And I don't want to forget her. Played by, oh gosh. Who was it? Linda Hamilton. Linda Hamilton. Man, it's like when we first met her in the original Terminator film, she was all weak and she was scared and all that stuff. In time, she became a warrior, man. Oh, yo, speaking of warrior, and this shows the tell, Xena, warrior princess. Shit, man. Now there was a strong female lead. Lucy, fucking Lawless. Yo, JJ Jar Jar, you got no wins, man. You got no point whatsoever. It's like over the years, we've loved our female leads. We've loved our strong female characters because they were good and they were satisfying and they had substance. And that's what it's all about. So I just wanted to run down that list very quickly just to name a few. And I want to give a shout out to all those fine, wonderful actresses, you know, who played these roles. And, you know, running down the list, it did occur to me that there aren't many action female leads of color. All right, so I think Michonne and you know, I don't know who else, but you know, once again, these are just strong characters, and I think anyone can relate to them, whether you're black, whether you're Asian, whether you're Latino or Latina, whether you're white. I mean, come on. That's what it's all about, man. It's like we just love well-drawn characters. And I wanted to run down that list just to illustrate that. That's it. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. I will see you guys on the next one. Rock on.